You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. As some of you may on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Dawn Chorus, Bjorn's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. I ruffle his head gently, and finally he smiles. Yay! Read. That was a good animation. So, what did he write? He's the most well-known for an autobiographical series he wrote the last decade. I personally love it. It's part of the wave of works that move away from the postmodernist ironical stance into sincerity and vulnerability. But I love his later works too. The Evening Star is a fantastic book. I think the nicest I've read this year. He has a fantastic style and flow. Reading his writing is a pleasure. I wish I had a tenth of his talent. I've read several of his books and I still have no idea how he does it. Do you have something I could borrow? Yeah, I got the one I got yesterday. It's even signed. It's his newest one. I haven't even read it yet, but I'm still on Ulvi and it'll take me a while to finish. I can borrow something else then. It's yours. You should be the one to read it first. It's not a problem, really. Oh, wait, it's in Norwegian, isn't it? Oh, you're right, it is. Well, it could be a nice exercise in learning the language. I'm not sure if I'm ready to read a book in it yet, but, well, I guess I could try. I'd recommend reading him in the original. I can't attest if the translations are as good as what he writes. Bjorn finishes the rest of his sandwich in one bite and picks up the spoon, attacking the cake intently. The whole piece disappears almost in a blink of an eye. I didn't even start mine yet. I was busy with the conversation and kind of forgot to start eating, but then I'm not even that hungry yet. Do you want half my cake? Huh? You don't want it? Not particularly, not after we've shared a whole bar of chocolate. That's enough sugar for one evening for me. Besides, for me, this piece of cake is likely 2 times larger than for Bjorn. I feel tiny sitting next to that mountain of a bear. Well, thanks. I won't say no to that. I'm glad to see him smile. I was worried he'd be gloomy the whole evening after the news, but he got back to being cheerful quicker than I thought. Maybe he needed some closeness and cuddling, and the cuddling really helped him. I think the film is starting. The lights dim, only a small lamp at the back left, the rest of the room shrouded in darkness, apart from the wall illuminated by the powerful beam of the projector. Do you know what the film is we're watching today? No idea. I guess we'll see in a moment. I glance back. There's Coach Devon standing behind the projector, sipping some coffee. I have no idea what his taste in films is like, but maybe it'll be a sports film or something of sorts. The film starts. A middle-aged mink lady is sitting on a sofa and writing in a notebook, and the camera pans to the window. Tall skyscrapers stretch toward the sky behind it. Huh, it has to be an Asian metropolis. Looks really unmistakable. And it doesn't look like it's going to be a sports film. Then the title appears on screen, elegant Korean letters in the middle of the screen, and a small subtitle saying, "In front of your snout." So you know. Have you heard of it? No, never. But that's good. It'll be fun to watch something completely new. My back is starting to hurt from sitting on the floor. The thick blanket strewn across the floor helped, but I'm afraid being laid on wasn't good for my spine. Can I lean on you? You're soft. It'll be easier to watch. Sure, I don't mind. So I scoot closer to Bjorn, leaning on him, my head resting on his shoulder, soft like a pillow with generous padding of his hoodie and thick fur. And sitting like that, we go silent, watching. I'm on fire. Life is forgetting and learning in equal parts. But I feel like lately I've only been forgetting things. But everything seems so sharp now. I see my life at present with great clarity. Funny how we have to almost part with life to really appreciate it. When did I forget about the good in this world? I've seen it so clearly, all the things she has understood. I once knew and understood too. As I sit here now, Carvine leaned on me. I wonder, why am I unhappy? The past few years have been awful. It's only getting worse. Everything is stressful. Reality itself is stressful. I'm ill-equipped to handle it. I can't deal with university, with money, with maintaining friendships. I've never ever been with anyone. But there was a time when I didn't feel like this, when I could laugh with the joy of being alive. What has happened between that then and now? I got lost somewhere along the way. I stopped glancing at the map I held in my paws and strayed away into a wilderness of chaos that overwhelms me. The way back is clear. I already know what I have to do. There's something else too. A warmth, a gentle flame, a glow warming me up from the inside that I've never experienced before. It makes me want to put my arm around Carvine and snuggle him close. Credits. That was, interesting, though so slow. So unorthodox. I've never seen a film like this one. Around us, students stand up slowly. Some heading for the door in groups, some staying and chatting. It's a bit odd. Did you like it? Bjorn? Hey, everything alright? He's crying. Yeah, Carvine, it was a beautiful film. So powerful. That powerful? Whatever Bjorn had seen it, I don't think I did. Yeah, for me at least. You know, all the things she said in the conversation at the restaurant. Long ago I felt the same things as her. I understood exactly what she meant. I forgot about all that. I forgot all the things I've learned. Lost it somewhere along the way, but now the film reminded me. Can we go outside? Be quieter there and a bit cooler. Cooler? I wouldn't say it's too hot in here. The temperature seems just right. But I nod, getting up along with Bjorn, stretching my back with a groan. I bet the film was this short. I think it was barely an hour. It was so nice resting against Bjorn like that, having the big bear as a pillow. I wouldn't mind falling asleep like that. I follow the bear outside, cold air of this Arctic night biting at my face. It's chilling and refreshing, grounding me back in reality. Bjorn stops at the edge of the terrace, facing east where the moon looms over the white-tipped mountains, its glowing face peeking from behind the clouds. I look up to stand beside him, glancing at his face, trying to discern any emotions behind the stoic mask. I think I found myself. I feel stupid. I've wasted the last few years of my life on staying miserable, when happiness was literally in front of my snout. I just had to notice it. I kick a clump of snow from the terrace onto the ground below. I don't think I understood the film, and don't entirely get what Bjorn means. Let me live in this moment. Let me look at what's in front of my snout. I look around, but the answer eludes me. I only see the falling snow, the trees, the guest house, and Bjorn standing in front of me. Maybe that's what it was about. What do you see? Perfect harmony. It sounds trite, but that isn't making it any less true. Maybe one has to stand at the brink of dying to see it. Every moment is precious and important then, when life doesn't seem to be this bottomless endless ocean. Did something happen to you? He looks away, at the distant line of trees where the white ground blends into the dark shadow of the untamed woods. I got seriously ill when I was still at primary school. Things were not looking good. My parents moved to Norway in hopes of affording me better treatment. The standard of healthcare was much, much higher here back then. And, well, here I am. Full recovery, so things don't suck anymore. But I'd like to repay my parents somehow. Now they're back there. The jobs they have are just low-skill, low-pay ones, and they miss the country, too. But, Carvine, please don't ask me about it. You know I'm open to talk about anything, but not this. Ever. I nod. I'm not sure if I even want to know what happened. I wouldn't want it to change the way I see Bjorn, but I can tell he wouldn't want to be seen differently, too, with how reluctant he was to mention it at all. Enough about that, though. I've tanked the mood, didn't I?
Bjorn! Carvine, hello!
Gudrun approaches us, walking from the guest house. Gudrun! Hey there!
Did something happen? You two look so solemn.
Oh, no, it's just the film. I'm still thinking about it. It has hit me hard.
That's good. I was afraid something bad happened. We got the results of the exams. I thought that maybe you failed it.
Ah, that thing. Well, I did. I'm failing the year again. I'll have to work way harder if I'm to stay at the uni.
If you ever need help, I can try to sit with you and go through the material together.
I'd appreciate that. I don't think I can get any further without some help. But I'm good otherwise, bearing with life. And I think I needed something to shake me up like that. Both the exam and the film afterwards. It's time I focus on stuff that's important.
Good to hear. Did you message your parents in the end?
No, I don't feel like dealing with this today.
Better not, yes. I remember they are very involved. What did you think of the film, by the way?
I can't get over how good it was. I'm honestly not sure what to think yet. It was weird to watch something with such a simple directorial style. I mean, these were just a few scenes with no cuts, just all the characters shown from one angle talking.
Yeah, in the directorial sense, it went further than many theater plays do. There wasn't even any pistol to shoot, just the characters and a few bottles of booze. So, did you like it? I don't know. I feel like I lack some frame of reference. How about you? It was peculiar. I think I see what they were trying to do. A very weird choice of a film for a science camp, though. I think a third of the people left, and I understand them. I think I'd leave too if it wasn't there for Bjorn. Now, watching the film while leaning on him felt so nice. I could pay attention to what was happening on screen, or ignore it and just enjoy his closeness. Close my eyes for a bit if I wanted. Yes, I asked Devin about that after the film. He said Rune gave him a list of films he thought he could like, and this one was the shortest.
I'll have to look into the other films by this director, Hong Sang-moo. I never got into bovine cinema before. This one wasn't even the highest rated of his, I just checked. It felt like a short novel. Well, he even talks about it directly in the film. It felt pretty self-referential.
Maybe that's what he liked about the film as much as a writer himself. If it was closer to his own craft, maybe he had an easier time connecting with it. Well, it was at least refreshing. It felt very unpretentious, just a short, simple story told very plainly. By the way, do you want to hang out together tomorrow? My friends from the year want to go to the beach, and I would rather stay in the town.
Well, I don't really have any plans. What do you think, Carvine?
Sounds good to me. She seems nice, and it's obvious how happy Bjorn is at the prospect. I'll see you guys tomorrow, then. It was nice to talk. Thank you and good night.
She makes a little wave before she turns around and walks back to the guest house, leaving only the two of us here, outside, bathed in the guest house light's warm glow. I shiver as a stronger gust of wind blows through my fur, moving closer to Bjorn to shield myself from the biting frost. Do you want to head back in, too? We should. It's getting late. Want to walk around the guest house first? I like how calm and quiet it is out here.
My freezing paws decline, but I can't say no to the smiling face. It's 2 minutes at most to get to the main entrance anyway. I stood here for like 10 minutes already. I could take 2 more. I bet with his bulk and fur he doesn't feel cold at all. Lucky. Yeah, let's go. There's a trodden path in the snow alongside the wall, wide enough for the two of us, so thankfully we don't have to walk through fresh snow and wet our trousers. I feel tired. It's been a long and uneventful day. Walking ahead, I slip on some ice and bump into Bjorn's side. He grabs and holds me until I regain balance, gripping his hoodie. Sorry.
Happens. Tired already?
A bit, yeah. Maybe that's because of the film and the cold. I thought that the cool air outside would wake me up, and it even did at first. The cold grew exhausting. I feel like I'm slipping into hibernation.
It's late. We can head back and go straight to bed. Would you perhaps want to stay in my room tonight, too?
Sure. But I'd skip the film this time.
Agree. One day is enough.
The night is beautiful, even if it's too cold for me to appreciate it properly. Maybe if we moved more instead of staying on the terrace, I wouldn't freeze that much. But now I'm mostly thinking of Bjorn's room, cozy and smelling of him and getting under a warm blanket. Perhaps with the bear lying next to me. That'd be pure bliss. He's like a giant, fluffy, heated radiator. Before we open the entrance door, I turn around and look at the moon once again, cold and distant, and remember a scene from the film, with the main character walking through the park with her sister, just happy to be there. Maybe happiness really is just in front of my snout. Play on, Rune, play on. Warmth. I take off the jacket and fold it over the chair's backrest and flop on the closer of the two beds.
That tired? Going to bed without a shower this time?
No, I'm getting up. Just give me a second. I groan, trying to get up, but I can't find the willpower. I remain where I was.
Just don't fall asleep. That's my bed.
I fail to see the problem. Though, lying like this, I guess I'm taking most of the space. I'm glad that Bjorn forgot about the university stuff this fast. I was afraid he'd be sulking for the rest of the evening. I think that's what I'd do in his place. It seems like the film really pulled him out of the slump, so in the end I'm happy with the choice. At least he had a good time. I thought I'd work on the photos now, but not today, I'm afraid. I'll wait until I warm up a bit and go shower in my room.
Want some tea or coffee, maybe?
Nah, I think it's too late in the day for that. Caffeine messes up my sleep. But if you sat down next to me, I could steal some of your warmth.
If you don't mind.
Bjorn sits down next to me, our arms touching, and I scoot even closer, snuggling myself into his side, my head resting on his shoulder again. Now, I don't care if someone looks at us. I snuggle myself close, my paw on Bjorn's chest, face pressed into his hoodie.
Petty heat criminal. By the way, how did the photos come out?
Alright, that water is done. I only finished importing them to the editing program before supper. I haven't had the time to do anything more. We can take a look in a moment after I rest a bit, but I went through your photos in the camera and there were a few nice ones.
Nice! How about your photos?
I should have a few nice ones too. One from yesterday came out pretty cool, with the moon between the two mountain peaks.
Taking photos in the night would be cool as heck. Too bad we don't have any night trips to the town planned.
Oh, street photography in the dark is way harder. My camera doesn't have the biggest sensor, so you need steady paws and a lot of luck for that.
Ah, that sucks. Everything always feels different at night. Riding at night goes different too. In a way, I'm glad for the short days here because it feels like most of the day is actually night. I'm always happier with any writing I do at night. There's always an otherworldly quality to it that's different from the stuff I write during the day. I think I know what you mean. I think you know what I mean at night.
Everything is fluid. During the day, everything has its defined shape. The edges are hard, the boundaries clear.
When the darkness falls, everything changes.
When the darkness falls, everything changes. What felt solid, calcified, softens and melts, merging with the night. What seemed far beyond the realm of possibility becomes reality, or one of them existing at the same time. The night works according to its own logic. I'll pause it right there, y'all. Alright, thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and head off for the evening. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your nights. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!